Hi, welcome to OWAD today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our exploration in a shorter, lighter version of one Chinese expression a day. I try to make it within 10 minutes, and if I can, within 5 minutes. Okay, so every expression in August, we're going to start with sheng, which originated of this planted, rooted in soil image. And that's Chinese depiction of life. And from life, we have generate life, means creation, make something, get something. And then we have this raw meaning. We're going to explore it. So every expression in August are going to start with sheng. And today we have sheng yet and yet. Well, in contemporary Chinese, yet the sense of yet becomes like, I've enough of it. I'm tired of it. Kind of like that. So I translate it as dislike. Probably it's not that accurate. It means you have so much of it, you have enough of it. You don't want more of it anymore. So that's the yet. And how Chinese express that? Let's unpack. There are 4 symbols. I mean, contemporary is super simplified. All this got removed, and we only have a dog underneath this half frame. So a full frame like this, right? And Chinese with a frame, high ground like this, with top left cornered in this frame. And then we have low ground with bottom left corner like this. This means low ground. This means high ground. Okay, so now we have high ground. And then the right, this is our dog symbol. And you can kind of see it's a visual side view, profile view of the dog image, right? The dog ears, snots, or nozzles. The dog kind of aerodynamic, flowy legs didn't depict the 4 legs, because 4 legs in Chinese language depiction really reserved more for more powerful animals, like horses or bears or deers. Yeah, something like more like a wider, bigger, stronger animals. For dogs, sorry, for the English-speaking world who are mostly pet lovers, that in ancient Chinese society, dog was used as food, as protein source, as domestic animal. It's not for petting, for food. Okay, sorry about that. It's ancient history. Don't cancel Chinese culture. Okay, so we have the meat symbol up there paired with stock. Apparently, it's stock meat. The meat symbol, well, I guess I cannot. It looks almost like an omega sign with 2 stripes, kind of depict the pattern of the meat. So meat, dog. This is the mouth symbol. Mouth symbol is like an up tilted corner of smiley face with 1 horizontal line in the middle. And that horizontal line signifies this is something pleasant. You want to have more of it. Therefore, you keep the thing in the mouth. Supposedly, it's a kind of something like a sugar cane. So it's a sweet flavor that people like. And because, I mean, we're probably wired to like sweet because it gives us energy. In low food or low nutrition society, that's a plus. And nowadays, synthetic sweet flavor, bad for you. So it's totally different story for today. Anyways, I'm not talking about contemporary life so much, but because I'm talking about the history, for us to understand what's originally there and not to misunderstand it. I mean, put sweet things in the mouth, it's a pleasant feeling. That wiring, we still carry that. Only that in the past it was beneficial for us. Today it's a killing thing, right? Slow kill. Okay, so dog, meat, sweetness, or good flavor. I mean, it seems like a good thing if you think about. If you don't think about dog meat eating, but that was the main protein source back then, right? For survival, I guess we have to give ancient Chinese tribal men something like that, right? They eat dog meat and enjoy that food. And this half dome thing, almost like it's half nature environment. And I would imagine in ancient times, as the language progressed, there are different domestic space depicting. So the domestic will be a fully covered shelter with a chimney on top. That's like you have a kitchen in that domestic shelter. But here is half shelter, like this side is open. So this is kind of a half natural setting with some sort of human shelter, half shelter. So it's, you can almost view it as caveman age, when you have sort of shelter from natural environment, but you don't have the closed door. You cannot claim that space as your personal space. Nobody, like, everybody is doored out. There's no door, it's open space. So in that environment, still it's sheltered and you have good food. How does that translate into dislike? Okay, the reason why is maybe as Oscar Wilde ever said, it's terrible to not have something. And it's also terrible to get what you want, because now your what you want fulfilled. What's your goal? You kind of lost your momentum or direction or sense of purpose if you get what you want. So probably that can be used to illustrate this dislike. Caveman age probably, or it's not that easy to come across protein or food. I don't imagine a household back then could domesticate so many dogs that they can just have dog barbecue frequently. No, it's probably special event that people would barbecue the dog and have that sweet flavor, that juicy just like imagine barbecue. So after that, the sense of contentment would pretty soon transit into discontentment. It's like, what now? It's almost like the sense of food coma. After such good feast, what now? And then that becomes this dislike. So we have dog meat and this half sheltered space having that meat. And it leads to this discontent after having good food. What a twist of life. So in contemporary English, 生厌 could translate as bored. And that's almost a Gen Z cliche. I heard so much bored was used by that generation. It's probably, what's it called, ageist of me, but I feel it's true. Like, I don't use bored lightly. I don't feel bored often, but somehow for Gen Z, they use bored all the time, as if nothing can impress them anymore, or they are hardly impressible anymore. It's amazing. Anyways, I'm using again Ex Machina scene depicting Nathan after a couple of beers have this content state of being in conversation. And I mean, it was an intelligent conversation, and probably this two characters are having intellectual wrestling right there. But he is depicting his body language, depicting almost like a bored, like a super relaxed, slouching dude drinking and talk something about intelligence. So I'm just using this as a body language depiction of the concept of bored. It's like you're not really excited, you're kind of chill, you have your food, you have your drink, and what now? Like, you're really bored. Okay, that's 生厌 Catching Intelligent Currency of Thinking by One Word a Day with Sophie. See you another day.